Okay, let's talk about this PaleyFest New York lineup for 2026. Because honestly, this isn't just another list of TV panels. This is a masterclass in how Hollywood sells us nostalgia, hype, and the illusion of access. Let me break it down. First, the hook. Why does an event like PaleyFest still matter in 2026 when most of us just binge shows on our phones? Well, here's the thing. They're banking on the fact that fans crave rituals. It's like Comic-Con for prestige TV, where you don't just watch a show, you participate in its legacy. And this year? They're pulling out all the stops with American Horror Story hitting season 13 and Dexter's 20th anniversary. But wait, let's dig deeper. Personally, I think the inclusion of AHS 13 is less about the show itself and more about Ryan Murphy's iron grip on FX's identity. This isn't just a panel, it's a coronation. Sarah Paulson and Billy Lord are basically franchise mascots at this point. But here's what fascinates me: why lean into Queenie and Coco as the characters to highlight? That tells me they're targeting the meme-savvy crowd, the ones who quote Season 7 on TikTok. It's not just about the show, it's about curating which parts of it get to age well in the cultural conversation. Now, Dexter's 20th anniversary panel. This is where things get messy. Let's be real. Dexter, Resurrection Season 2 probably wouldn't exist if the original revival hadn't become a meme for how not to reboot a classic. But PaleyFest isn't here to critique that. They're handing Michael C. Hall and Uma Thurman a stage to reframe the narrative. What this tells me is that Showtime, or Paramount Plus, whoever owns this now, is desperate to recapture that watercolor buzz. The original Dexter finale was so controversial it became a punchline. So, by celebrating the 20th anniversary while pushing a new season, they're trying to overwrite the past with nostalgia. Genius? Or desperate? I'll let you decide. Then there's the PaleyFest Award, new this year. Maureen Reedy calls it a mark of distinction, but let's call it what it is, a participation trophy for an industry that's terrified of streaming's slow collapse. If you squint, this whole festival feels like a Hail Mary pass. They're throwing Sylvester Stallone's Tulsa King in there alongside HBO's The Gilded Age and Netflix's The Diplomat. That's not curation, that's a panic room. They're betting on something for everyone because nobody knows what'll stick anymore. But here's the hidden pattern I'm seeing: every single panel here is about brand longevity. American Horror Story keeps recycling its own ashes like some gothic phoenix. Dexter is a franchise that can't die because it's a cash machine. Even Billy Crystal's career celebration isn't about comedy, it's about leveraging old-school clout to attract older demographics. This isn't about art, it's about intellectual property as real estate. What many people don't realize is that events like PaleyFest are less for fans and more for investors. They're selling the illusion that these shows matter because they're celebrated, creating a feedback loop where hype becomes legacy. And yet, I'll probably watch the Dexter panel. Why? Because there's something hypnotic about seeing actors defend decisions we all know were bad. James Remar as Harry Morgan, come on, that role was dead in 2006. Why bring him back? Because nostalgia isn't about quality, it's about comfort. It's easier to relive Season 1's glory than admit the revival should have stayed buried. This raises a deeper question: when does a franchise jump the shark? When it needs a 20th anniversary event to remind people it exists? So, final thoughts. PaleyFest New York 2026 isn't about celebrating TV, it's about survival. In an era where your favorite show can vanish from streaming overnight, these panels are anchors. They make us feel like we're part of something bigger. But let's not kid ourselves. The real audience here isn't the fans in the room. It's the executives watching ticket sales to figure out what's worth reviving, rebooting, or reselling. So next time you see a headline about unforgettable moments with stars you love, ask yourself, who's performing for whom?